Live Router. I just use the acronym for it. Sorry. Alright, so I'm going to post a whole bunch of really cool topics for Windows Live Writer. Maybe I want to put a cool image in here. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of the plugins I downloaded. Polaroid picture. I'm going to go find, oh, here's Jack's Code Camp. There's a celebrity in here. Oh, there she is. Let's see here. I'm going to make this look great. Let's do this as medium.
Did you type check disk up there?
Do what?
It's like that last word says check disk.
Check this?
The DOS command.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Almost. This thing's cool because I can add a tilt to it, like it's a scrapbook. I can add some corners to it, and stuff like that. I can change the font. And then when I'm done with it, something else I told y'all about was the Technorati. I have a plugin here for the Technorati tag, so I can automatically put, let's see, Kforce as a tag, Code Camp as a tag, things like that. All right, and then click Insert. It's automatically there. And I can set a publish date, but DNN's going to ignore that. So if you were anal retentive about your dates like I am in your times specifically, you'd have to go manually do that. Unfortunately, that's something that's not going to change because there's something in for international time standards that's the way they're doing it from now on. But anyhow, I don't worry about international time standards because I don't have to. At this point, I could add as much or as little stuff in here. I have a code snippet tool in here, so when I paste code into here, it's going to be colorized when I go ahead and add it in there, depending on whatever language I choose. There's other similar tools out there, so you just pick whatever's meaningful to you. So I just did that, and even if I wanted to change the source, I can still go do that. All right, so you still have everything you want to do. I haven't. That's just warning me. Hey, if you change something, it's not good. All right. So I have all these abilities. I can add links. I can, and there's another way to get to my plugins, add tables. So everything I want to do is already here. I've used many different tools to connect to my DNN blog, especially when I thought Windows Live Writer is broken. I demoed everything I could find that I didn't have to pay for. And this is really the best one out.
And you can get the add-ons just from...
They're all free. I haven't found one you have to pay for.
No, I mean, just while you're in there. You go tools or...
Is it like?
So how do you get the add-ons?
Oh, I did a search for it because I didn't know where the
okay.
site was, but it might be here. There was a link here that took me to Windows Live Writer site, but I'm not sure which one it was.
Don't you have a log about it?
In the bottom.
I do. I just did a search real quick for the plugins, and it was like the first one hit. But anyhow, I'm going to just click Publish, or I can just save as draft. So if, like, maybe that plane trip scenario. For instance, when I had to go to California and I had to visit my grandfather, I wrote like 4 blogs on the plane. It was a 5-hour trip. I wrote like 4 or 5 blogs or whatever. I wrote a handful of blogs on the plane, but I didn't publish them until I came back. And I, click Publish and I come back, but I didn't have to worry about anything.
You had a war going on.
By myself, huh?
You had a war going on with the airline industry.
That is one of my blog entries. Ongoing. All right. Anyhow, thanks for that.
I knew you'd like that United broke my guitar.
Yeah, that was a great video. That was a great video. All right, so I'm going to click Publish. Publish in the blog. If you have an external blog that's external to your machine, that's going to take sometimes up to 10 seconds. So don't worry. Well, and it depends on your plugins too. The more stuff you have in your plugins and the more it's doing, maybe like with your images are huge, it'll send a full-size version down there and a thumbnail of it. So it could take longer depending on your images.
So have you used this for Blogger?
For Blogger? No, but I believe it connects this one. Yeah. So here it is. I didn't have to do that, and everybody thinks I'm a genius for like that great Photoshop picture. Oh, it's awesome. And there's all kinds of plugins. And you see my Technorati tags right there. They're already, if you're familiar with Technorati, they're already formatted with the correct URL down there and everything.
Based on Technorati tags, that mean they're going to come.
So when Technorati comes and indexes you, it's going to see those tags and then properly index you the way they do. Yeah. So that's using Windows Live Writer. So which one's easier? Which one's better?
Windows Live Writer.
Yeah.
I got it installed on my computer, so I just never used it.
ever since the first time I used it, I haven't looked back. And I purposely used web interface for much longer than I wanted to, just because nobody that was on the team was, right? So that way I could tell them a few things about it. But man, there's no way I'm gonna go back to using web interface. And another reason for that too is in Windows Live Writer, and pretty much every tool like this uses it. But I click on more here, so if somebody says, hey, your link's wrong for this blog over here, blah blah blah, right? I can go back to it in the history of Windows Live Writer and go and pull it up and then edit it and then send it back to the blog. It's going to update the exact same blog post that it posted down to your site, right? Now, that being said, if you go and you said, oh, well, I put it under this category of entertainment, but this is really a DNN post, it's going to post a brand new one. So you're going to have to go delete a blog entry. But you can see here I got a whole history of all my blogs, depending on which category or blog site I used.
Can you embed video and everything?
There are plugins to be able to pull that from other sites, but I don't think it pulls the video in for you.
Well, the plugin's there, but the DNN blog has to support that part of the API, the metablog API.
That's true too. So,
Well, I'm thinking of something other than DNN,
that's true too. Now, depending on this is kind of off topic a little bit, but depending on the plugin you use, like there's a new one here called a pre-code snippet. That one is really cool because that code snippet tool allows you to have your formatted code, but it also has like this neat little toolbar to copy the code automatically, just a click and stuff like that. And that requires core code changes to the DNN module. I tried to use it today. I obviously got something a little bit. Hopefully I'll get that to work today, or soon. But that's using Windows Live Writer. Any questions with that? No? Alright. We're going to cover marketing our blog real quick. So why might you want to market your blog? Alright. Any reason? Money? Yeah.
Exposure.
Exposure?
Money.
Money? Well,
Fame.
exposure. Those are really usually the two different reasons for it. Popularity or to earn a buck, right? And it doesn't really matter what you're doing. I mean, you're doing it for you. So the reason you want to market your blog, though, is going to directly determine how you market it, all right? Who you market it to, how often, how strenuous, the different methods you use, okay? And so you want to think about those when you think about why you want to market your blog. Now, there's different ways to do it. These are some of the most popular ways. Resyndication, like through your aggregator sites, such as Technorati. If you're a themed blog, I gave an example of dnnblogs.com. So my blog is mostly centralized around the DNN. So you want to find blogs like that to resyndicate your content to. All right. Technorati.com is the most prominent one for just general topics. So pretty much every topic that you can think of is there, except for maybe like adult stuff. But let's see here. And then you want to also use the social sharing sites like pipthisblog.com. If you don't know, that's the site run by Antonio and his crew. That's his own personal news site that he built up to kind of compete with Dig and them. And they're doing pretty well. I actually get a lot of traffic through there too. So anyhow, Dig stumbled upon all those different types of sites, being able to submit your content to there. Let's see, Twitter. Twitter, I've gotten some of the most, some of the best returns as far as traffic is from Twitter. And basically, in order for me to pump my blog to Twitter, because I do it to different places, I use a service called twitterfeed.com, all right? And basically, it goes and hits your RSS feed in a predetermined interval, and it pulls anything that's new and posts it to your Twitter account, or as many Twitter accounts as you want. And so that helps aggregate your content out there. And then guest blog. You go to different types of websites that usually have to be invited, but there's different types of websites out there that in different industries that are looking for people to blog about topics that you're interested in. Maybe you travel a lot. All right. I know my company, we have some guest bloggers that we have generate content for us. Some on our site, some not. All right. So those are ways to get your blog, get more fingers, more avenues of traffic coming into your blog. I would never tell you to use any one of these methods. I would always tell you to use all of these methods. And there are tools out there to help you do almost all of these at the same time. All right? And using a tool like Windows Live Writer or similar tools, there's other tools that actually ping Technorati for you and allow you to post your blog remotely. You want to try it out and see what it does for you. There's one blog tool called Humana, I think it's called. Unfortunately, it runs off the Java engine, but that one integrates advertising directly into your blog for you, so you don't have to like have a whole other blog module or banner module and manage all your advertising that way.